Hey guys, we're getting started on the heater install. Just getting into the dash here. I've mounted this bracket right here. You can see got the heater just sitting down there. Got this bracket mounted. Just a couple of self-tapping screws. They actually look like, if you can see right here, they look like this screw right here. They have a tapered end, so they're self-tapping. Got those going in, and then the other two holes on it, the here and here, will pick up on these two right here, and then there are 3 bolts. You can probably see the light coming through here. There are 3 bolts that will go through here. Now, and then of course the heater hoses go through here. The instructions call for, cutting this out completely. I've seen the videos online, and they talk about, or when you look at it, you can actually plainly see that typically you don't need to cut out the whole thing. I'm gonna give this a shot. If this doesn't work, I'll elongate these holes like they are in the instructions. But so far, going pretty good. One thing I will notice, there's 2, here it is. There's 2 nuts and 2 lock washers. These go on these 2 studs here. So when you mount right here, these were actually loose in my box. So if you do buy this kit and you don't see on those studs, if you don't have those nuts and lock washers, look in your box and look underneath the edge and everything. They were not in one of the MCC bags like everything else is. So that's one install note thus far. We'll keep going, and I'm probably gonna have to get my friend Lawson to help me lift this up and get it all aligned so I can get everything bolted in. But we're going well so far. Hey guys, in the process of cutting out the holes for the defrost, this is the upper dash pad. You can see I've got one finished here, and just to show you the back here. So what we're doing is we're cutting on the inside of this line right here. And you can see, got this cut, and then it just snaps right in. And it's a nice tight fit. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. And of course the hose will go on there and get zip tied in. What I used was to cut this out, and I'll do a time lapse of cutting this one out. This is my Dremel multi-tool, and I'm just using a wood bit, and what I'm doing is I plunge it in from the top to get basically an in, and then I just turn it and just follow along this plastic piece here. And then when I'm done, just take a simple file, just trim up the edges and clean them up a bit. You can see some of the shavings here, and then snap the vent in. So pretty easy to do. That actually gives me a lot of confidence in going into the cab and cutting out the inside panel without having to remove the entire dash. So crossing our fingers that that's going to work well. So anyway, we're moving along here, and overall, I think probably the longest part of this install is going to be doing the bleeding procedure at the end. Other than that, this is pretty straightforward, relatively speaking, an elementary job. Hey guys, we're making good progress on the heater. Just to kind of show you what we gotten done. You can see here I've got the vent here is finished. I still have to cut out the where it says general right there for the control panel, and here's what the control panel looks like. So I still got to do that, and I still got to do the vent on the far side. I went ahead and I've got the fan is in, so you can see fan unit down here. I got to get some wiring out of the way and still put, of course, the ducting in. I did go ahead and run the ducting for the vents that blow on the feet. That is finished. And then down here, you can see pan up, and you can see I've got the nipples in, and I've also got the bolts in down here. There's 3 of those. So gotten most of the way done, and of course still have a few more pieces to go, and of course the hoses and everything. But overall we're looking good. I would say a couple of just general tips. I was able to get this vent in place without taking the dash out. What I did was I started with my multi-tool from the back, and then came forward. I also drilled a hole from the front, and then used the multi-tool from the front basically to kind of go corner to corner, and then just easily just trimmed it out piece by piece really, and got that done. And then the fan itself, whoops, kind of get the camera down here, and you can see the wiring. The fan itself, if you can see, there's the air intake, so it is a recirculating system. It does not get air from the outside. This can come off, by the way, to be cleaned. And then wiring is down here. This goes to the control panel, and then there's a separate wire that goes to the actual the heater relay, which is right here. There's it's kind of hidden back behind here, but got that done. Overall, again, pretty good job. I mean, it's there are things that require 2 people. For example, you know, working with the fan and getting that unit installed. Get the camera back down here. Getting that installed is a little tricky, and you can see I had to kind of murder some of the hole there. Just went in with, again, my multi-tool, and just the way that this particular one is sitting, ended up being a little bit lower than normal. But you know, it does help to have a second person for sure. So anyway, that's where we stand for right now, and stay tuned. We'll get the rest of it wrapped up. Hey guys, oh man, okay, so it's 5:30 Saturday night. Georgia Bulldogs won. Some might say barely against Mizzou, but they did win. So they're 3-0. Go Dogs. But I'm all done with the heater. Everything is back together. I had, you know, kind of said I was going to do more videos, but it just you just kind of get on a roll and keep going. But I got everything in. You can turn on here so you can see. Open these up. And of course, you got your thermostat here, defrost up here at the top, and then there is also a vent over there as well. And then of course you have your feet vents down here. So everything is done and looking good. I mean, I'm very pleased with it. Good airflow coming out, and I am kind of curious to see what's going to happen with my windscreen. This isn't all the way down, but this panel here, it's going to obscure some of it, but it's still going to go up, of course. And I mean, I don't have the cab completely closed anyway, but it is blowing air and everything's working. I've got the entire vehicle back together. Of course, all the lights, all the switches. You can also see I moved my charging port back here to the back, so that's done. Up here in the front, I can show you. Let's see. Let me grab a light. Just kind of show you everything down here. So you can see the hoses right there, and then there's the connection right there. That's the return going back to the engine, and then also too over here on this side. So again, you can see the hose connection there, and then this is the thermostat. It is right up against my GrizzTech liner and in between the spring. So after I do a little bit of riding, I'm kind of curious to see you know, what I might need to do to help this out. I don't think it's really going to be a big deal, but I still, of course, don't want that housing to wear down. But all in all, I would say again, the install is not too bad. Certainly took the better part of at least one day. I did have some help from my friend Lawson, but again, overall, pretty easy to do. Got all my electrical done, got everything back in. Had to put it all back together. I do think I'm going to get another RAM mount that mounts on the same ball for my iPhone. That one's for my tablet, which I will use on the trail some, and but just for kind of regular riding, I might just put my phone up there instead. So that's one thing I think I'm probably going to get. But that's it for the heater. Next project, I don't know. I've got not really that much left on my list. I mean, overall, the main videos I think that are going to be coming up in the future are going to be riding videos, and we'll have some videos on Lawson's X3, doing some stuff on that. But if you ask me, I think this machine's pretty sweet. I'm real pleased with everything we've done to it. I am thinking about putting another exhaust on it, but I'm not really in a big hurry right now. I've done enough on this, and I'm just real excited to get it back on the trail some more. Probably going to be a little bit more, a little bit longer, just due to football season because of my kids, and also because of the Georgia Bulldogs, because we don't like to miss those games. But anyway, hope y'all have a great time, and thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And please like, subscribe, share, and that's it for now. Thanks.